Welcome back to the third video, week 2 in the lab. I'm very excited to say, I don't know if you can tell, but around 3 meters squared, we have got the whiteboard wall, the mind wall, which means that whenever anybody comes to sit with me in here, we can just let the ideas in our minds take over the whole wall. I think there's something about scale. It's one thing putting it down on paper and giving it a bit of room, but it's another thing when you give it the whole wall. So that's the core of the lab, really, is giving those ideas space, grouping different ideas together, maybe drawing relationships and correlations between them and turning that into something of a plan, and then taking action on it, which often means recording something like this. The desks have arrived. Finally got first desk up and 2 more in waiting. I put a video live from Johnny Sturgeon, which I think is beautiful. It was such a lovely moment, really. The same kid that watched my YouTube videos when I was in the woods, who then invited me to go and do a debate at the Oxford Union. I'll link that if you haven't seen it. Then when I was in New York, he said, "Oh, I'm at Columbia doing a scholarship." He just filmed with me for the day and then made this stunning little video, which I'm very proud of, and I feel like gives a nice snapshot of how I feel, really, and where I'm at in my life. So Johnny, thank you very much. Go follow him. He's done amazing boat adventures. He's one to watch for sure. Tomorrow we're planting our first willow, which is extremely exciting. We'll have a Kickstarter launching. Actually, on the 1st of February, you can come and join us, and you can plant your own willow, let it grow throughout the year, and then come back at the end of the year and weave it into something like a basket or a living structure, all for one ticket price. It's all on the Eventbrite. It's all less than 100 quid. Come and join us on the 1st of February and be part of the very start of Wilderness as a Productive Farm. I'd love to see you there, and we're excited about where that weaving takes us and all the metaphors for the lab as well. You'll also see that I published a video productizing regenerative solutions, which was a session that I did for Zinteo, a big management consulting firm, with their Vanguard leadership program, but basically talking them through the story of how we've gone from a hunch all the way through to, working with the world's best researchers on advancing our knowledge of the sea through listening to it. If you're interested in building technologies or product and systems change, you might find this interesting. And excitingly, we've managed to get Substack together. I had a wonderful chat with Andy Agnew last night and made me realize that, there was 150 subscribers who were all paying something on Patreon 6 years ago in the woods. And so I imported those in. So we've gone from 0 subscribers to 10 organically. We've now added another 150. So we've got 159 free subscribers. And I've just gone for it and launched the paid subscription, which is basically a way of being a member to this space. For £20 a month, there's stuff on Substack. You can make comments. You get all the videos with my voice note reflections. You get to talk with others that are members in that community that are all sort of thinking a bit differently. But crucially, you get to come and do one hot desk day a month in here, in one of the 3 desks next door. And every quarter, every season, I'll sit down and do a session with you. Try and advance your idea or your thinking, help you think about what's next, whatever it is that you want to talk about. So for £20 a month, you get special access on Substack, you get a place to hot desk on the edge of London, and you get quarterly chats with me to try and help move forwards whatever your ideas are. If we got 50 people, that would cover the costs of this lab, and we'd be able to keep it going in perpetuity. So I'm hoping we at least can get our first one. The first paid subscriber would really help the motivation. We've actually got our friends Marley and Jamal coming down tomorrow, and they, very excitingly, have asked me to marry them. So it's going to be the very first time I get to be a celebrant at a wedding. And it's amazing because Chloe and I worked extremely hard in thinking all the way through our vows. We went away, we talked about it, and so we actually wrote a list of things that we would recommend somebody who's thinking of getting married to go through. It's just an absolute honor and a joy to be asked to be a celebrant at their wedding. And it's wonderful to have a chance to use all the thoughtfulness that we put into our wedding to try and guide and help somebody else with their wedding. So we're really excited about that too. Tim's coming on the 25th to install the high-level Japanese, Norwegian coffee setup. We've moved from Facebook Marketplace to flat pack furniture. Chloe, to be honest, has become unbelievable at making flat pack furniture. I just come in and go zip, zip, zip with the last bit of force, but she's done it all pretty much on her own, which is an amazing gift. It's fascinating watching how our dynamic is shifting as she's nesting. We're 35 weeks, so we are 1 week away from the danger zone. I've been told not to call it the danger zone by my friend Emily. 4 to 5 weeks away, 20th of February, our due date. it's strange because in a way I'm going into hyper mode, working incredibly fast, as fast as I possibly can to make sure that we're ready when Bubs finally comes. We had the second week of the parents group, which was pretty good actually. It's amazing how much more familiar you feel with everybody second time around. I'm actually going to see if our midwife will come and do a conversation with me here. She's amazing. She's such an encouragement to us and to Chloe, and I think she'd be great for you guys to talk about the process, and maybe I could get some dad lab tips for how to do it well. If you know anybody that I should speak to in the next month or so before baby comes, might have good thoughts about dadding. In fact, I did meet a guy, Dave Perrins, the other day, who's got a course called the Dad Course. I haven't checked it out yet, but maybe I will. Maybe you should, and tell me if it's any good. I watched a great video on Instagram by Gabon Mate the other day. It's just all about hanging out with your kids for the first 3 years. It's not about instructing them or telling them what to do. It's just about being present so that they form a healthy attachment. And I guess that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make sure that I can be in and out of their day, even in this first year where I'm not that useful at providing care, but I can provide presence. And that's what I hope to do. All right, guys, I will see you next week. Take care of yourselves, look after each other, or come in for a coffee.